You know, when it comes to building a home, you want to be sure that you're getting some good home builders. You want a home that's built to last. You want someone to help you find the proper properties for you know, wherever you want to build and help you out in picking those out. Well, I've brought in two folks here that I've known for a long time, and they have got that nailed down. Clay Gutierrez, how are you? It's good to see you again.
Good to see you.
And Kate Gutierrez, his
Nice
beautiful
to see
wife.
you.
Remember seeing y'all used to be, we come out to Turtle Creek subdivision. Remember that several years ago when you were just starting out building out there, and you had, of course, the concrete building concepts.
That's correct.
That you built these homes, and it was amazing to watch these homes go up. And I mean, they're built to last. And of course, you have Elite Coastal Realty, and y'all have teamed up together.
That's right.
Imagine that.
Right.
So,
That's right.
Yep. Well, we saw a definite need for it. People were coming in with houses to sell. They were building a house, a concrete house with us, a land to buy. So we really saw a need, and we could provide that excellent service right under one roof for our clients, so they can walk in and get their house built, get their stuff sold, and I mean, it was just a need for us.
now, whenever you you help people find a land for a home. I know that's an important thing because there's so many things that have been involved. Y'all had a seminar here recently to educate people on that. Then you come in and decide, okay, you want to build a concrete home, especially if you're waterfront. If you're, you know, on the river or on the beachfront or something like that, that's an important factor, isn't it, Clay?
That's right, Jim. And you know, that was what we found, was that there's more to building a home, especially than just buying a piece of land. The piece of land can drastically impact the cost to build, and that's where we saw a gap in the market. You know, we didn't see a real relationship between the real estate market and the home building market, and we felt like somebody needed to bridge that gap. You know, because it's a big investment. I mean, you know, most
Sure.
people are building a home. I mean, it's probably one of the most significant investments they'll make in their entire life. And that's what Elite Coastal Realty does. You know, they strive to protect the buyer in that purchase because the elevation of the property, the soil conditions, their easements, variances, there's availability of utilities. These are all things that can cost you a lot of money if you're not aware of them. And through the relationship that Kate and I have built over the years, we've come to realize that most people aren't aware of these things. So, you know, I get a lot of calls from people that are thinking about building. They want to build concrete because concrete is one of the strongest building materials available.
Oh, I've seen, I mean, when you were doing Turtle Creek, we were out there, even though it's right off of O'Neill Road, you know, several miles inland.
That's right.
You know, these are homes that are built to last because we get tornadoes down here. I mean, not just flooding, but we get tornadoes and
right.
high
That's right.
winds.
That's right.
So, you know, I've seen the way they come in off of the trucks and was just totally amazed
That's right.
at the construction of these things. I'm thinking, these houses ain't going nowhere.
That's right. Well, and we're full service now too, Jim. We do a lot of custom homes, large waterfront. We do projects of all sizes. We actually manufacture right in Biloxi now.
Wow.
So it's all locally owned and operated. And you know, we can assist you at everything from the design of a home. And like I say, it all starts at the very beginning when you're buying your real estate. Sometimes people come to us, they've already invested. We've had people that have bought land that they thought was a really good deal and wound up costing $50,000, $80,000 for pilings and dirt work and things they had to do to the property when they could have just bought a much nicer piece of property, you know, or as long as they're aware of that going into their build, it's very important. I mean, we've actually had people whose projects didn't work, and we've stopped them from buying lots because it wasn't going to meet their budget with all the extra costs they were incurring. And that's why it's so important. Every time I get a call from somebody, they're calling me because they've done their homework and they want a strong home. They've seen what happened in Hurricane Katrina, you know, and they want to build something substantial that's going to be there. But, you know, I always recommend, I say, well, look, you know, I recommend you call Kate, Elite Coastal Realty, to get some advice before you buy that lot. Let them look at it and let them help you determine, you know, if this is right for you or not. And if it's not, they'll find you something that is.
And especially, again, as I mentioned, if it's waterfront, you know, whether it's on the river, on the beach, or anything like that.
You never know.
Or marshland, you never know.
Yeah, you never know. Just call us. We do a free service. We go out and inspect that lot personally. So give us a call. Let us look at it before you make that investment.
Now, there's you know, processes. You know, once you determine that, okay, this land is good for you.
That's right.
This will be fine for you. You again walk them through. Okay, this is what you need to do now.
That's right.
You know, you've got a piece of property. You got to clear it off. There's things that they got to be aware of. That oak tree sitting there, you might not be able to touch that.
That's right.
Pine trees, knock them all down. You might even be able to sell them to the lumber company.
That's right.
And make some money off
Well,
of it.
and Jim, we always encourage people, you know, Kate and them strive to protect their customer.
Right.
I mean, they work for their customer, okay? And their goal is to make sure the property is suitable for their project. And, you know, there's certain things that they know to do, contingencies they'll build into the contracts and all that allow the buyer to do their due diligence to make sure that the property meets its needs. You can't always tell at a glance.
Right.
So sometimes there's sub levels of investigation that have to be done, soil borings, elevation certificates, surveys, things like that can be done between that point of contract and that point of purchase if you know to do them.
Right.
And that's why it's just like if you're going to buy a used home. Nowadays people want to hire a home inspector. It's the same thing.
Sure.
Hire a licensed professional before you make that investment. I mean, even if it's just, you know, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 lot, I mean, you're fixing to build, you know, several $100,000 worth of home on it.
Right.
Let's make sure it's suitable for your
Well,
project.
that's why, you know, here recently when y'all were here, you with Kelly and Lakin talking about the seminar that y'all recently had, Lakin was telling us about the importance of you know, getting that property inspected, and I mean, that was one of her expertise. I know Kelly works a lot with the military because of her husband being in the Seabees, but you've got a great team.
We do.
Of people that, you know,
We do.
that cover
And
every
everyone-
aspect of that.
Every one of my agents is very highly qualified. They have been specially trained. I've been in the building industry for so long that I know what to teach them. I know how to teach them, and they know how to find you the land that you're looking for without inflating the cost of your build.
That's right.
So again, if you have a piece of property that you've scoped out, you want to build a fantastic concrete home on, you can, you know, give them a call. They've teamed up together. They're in the same building, it's kind of across the hall from each other.
That's right.
You know, if you starting from scratch, you want to make sure that you do it right. To where, I mean, here's that subdivision that we want to show you.
That's right, Spring Lake subdivision. It's out in the country, beautiful subdivision. It's got a lake in it. Those lots are available. You could build concrete on them. You could build anything on them, really. But those are beautiful lots out in Stone County.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just an example of, you know, if somebody needed, a lot of times people aren't savvy enough to be able to buy land and put the mortgage together and the construction bridge that it takes and everything. And, you know, we do have some opportunities where we could come in and provide you with a lot and a home in all one package to make it easier for the consumer.
Well, if you'd like to make an appointment to go by, if you got a piece of property staked out, if you want to check out that beautiful setup over in Stone County, give them a call at 228-493-7355. They're also located over in Biloxi at 555 Bayview Avenue. It's Elite Coastal Realty and Concrete Building Concepts.